Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to draw up a birth chart for free. I'm going to give you a quick orientation so that you can know your way around it and give you a little lesson on how to locate specific locations within it. For instance, this weekend I'm talking all about an eclipse that's occurring at 21 degrees of Libra. So I'm going to show you how to find that point in your chart, because what that will do is help you determine which house the eclipse is falling in and will help you really make the information I'm giving about the eclipse much more relevant to you and your chart. So the first thing you're going to do is go to astro.com. It's a fantastic free resource that most people who are interested in astrology end up at some point. You're going to go through these steps. You're going to get to this point where you can draw up a birth chart. It asks for a whole lot of information, and the information you put in is actually really important. You want it to be as accurate as possible. I'll show you why in a moment. But if you can fine-tune times down to the minute, if you can, not to say a country, but a specific city, that's going to be really important for drawing up the birth chart. And you do all that stuff, you don't even have to join, and it'll spit you out a diagram that looks like this. So what we're looking at here is a birth chart, and I've just done it up for current timing of what's happening around us. But you'll be looking at one that is set for the moment when you were born. And all this is a map of the sky at that moment when you were born. Here's your mum in the middle giving birth. This solid line is the horizon, and this is the ecliptic or the apparent pathway of the sun. And, all of these symbols, which make it look quite complicated, are actually pretty straightforward. What I'll do is I'll post a reference slide with a key for all of the symbols, and you can refer back to it whenever you need to try and, make sense of what you're looking at in the chart. But it is just a really simplified two-dimensional map of where the planets all were at the moment when you were born. So this ecliptic circle is really important. This is what the zodiac is. This 360-degree circle is divided up into 12 equal sections, and they are the zodiac signs. Over here on the left, where the horizon that we're looking at joins the ecliptic, is our rising sign or the ascendant. And that degree changes about every 4 minutes, which is why that timing can be so important. So every 4 minutes, another degree ticks over. But look, you can see with this one, the horizon is butting straight into the center of this section of this zodiac sign, and this is Aquarius. So this person, if they were born right at this moment, has a rising sign in the middle of Aquarius. So the zodiac signs are always in order, and they go anti-clockwise around the circle. Traditionally, astrologers always start with Aries, which is this symbol here. Then we go anti-clockwise around to Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and back to Aries. And so that is where the signs are in the chart. That's where you would look to this outer ring for those. To find the houses in a chart, you're looking at this inner circle. It also is divided up into 12 segments. There are all sorts of debates about different house systems to use. It's a mathematically derived system, but they all start with the ascendant. It is the really crucial factor when determining houses. So for this person, with their ascendant in the middle of Aquarius, we can look and see that their first house, which is this first sort of segment of pie, is all ruled by Aquarius. Now, handily enough, astro.com puts numbers around the houses for you to help you locate them, but they are also counted in an anti-clockwise direction. So we have house 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, why this is important is the houses show us how things manifest in our life. For instance, this person is going to be having the eclipse. Well, let's find that first. So the eclipse this weekend is going to be happening in Libra. So we look around the outside of the circle until we find the symbol for Libra, and that's it up here. So as we go around, as the sign changes, we go from Virgo into Libra, that's 0 degrees Libra here. And then this whole section will be 30 degrees. This weekend, the eclipse is at 21 degrees. That's about 2/3 of the way through. So actually right near where the sun is sitting now. So for them, for this person, their eclipse is going to be happening in the 9th house. And that's a pretty fantastic placement. So that can be new starts or sudden unexpected trips, perhaps overseas. They might be starting into a new course of study. They might get some inspiration to learn something, broaden their world in some way. It can be quite a spiritual placement. There's issues around faith and religion and philosophy around this house. So that's a pretty interesting thing. If, for instance, you had this eclipse point happening in your 7th house, we'd be looking at topics around partnership. Or if it was in the 4th house, we'd be looking at home and family. So you can see how important it is to be able to really locate these points in your chart. And that's kind of it. It's pretty straightforward. Once you know where to go to draw up a chart, and once you have the reference or the key for how to decipher the symbols, it's pretty straightforward. Of course, if you are still a bit confused and not sure, you're always welcome to go to my website, which is northernbeachesastrology.com, and you can buy my basic introductory report. It's really cheap. It's a beautifully presented chart, your chart all done up. You get a whole page talking about what astrology is and how it works. You get a whole page discussing in depth your sun, moon, and ascendant and their house placements. And then you also get a page talking about some of the rarer placements in the chart, which can be really intriguing little views into our life purpose and life lessons that we're here to deal with. So this page deals with Chiron, it deals with Black Moon Lilith, it deals with the North and the South nodes. So they can be really interesting insights. And even if that's not enough for you, of course, you can always book a session with me and come along and I go through your chart, either in person here on the Northern Beaches or on Zoom anywhere around the world. So thanks for listening to this. I hope it's been helpful. Good luck with this weekend's eclipses.